Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Campus Connection for Fall 2006. I'm Rod Spear.
And I'm Shauna Abbott. On today's show, we'll be talking about the benefits of internships for Cal State Long Beach students, and then take a closer look at the Aquarium of Pacific in downtown Long Beach, and show you why it's important for college students to vote.
And later in the show, we'll also visit the Cal State Long Beach Dance Department, venture downtown through the shops of 4th Street, and look into the myths of why Long Beach State no longer has a football team.
With the graduation date coming up, many students are preparing for an internship. Internships are not only a great way to get experience for the workplace, but can also help you land a job right out of college. Here's Joanna Peralta with more.
Internships offer students the opportunity to gain hands-on experience, develop skills, and explore career goals.
As you know, most of the students in school right now, whether they be seniors, super seniors, whatever, they're unclear as to what they want to do, and a lot of that is derived from the fact they don't have the exposure nor the experience to determine that.
Internships of different kinds are always available to college students, but the key is knowing how important the experience will be for their careers.
Right now I'm at MTV News, so I'm hoping that I can maybe broaden my skills at writing and broadcasting and just kind of see like the ins and outs of different things that they might have like to offer in the business.
Sometimes companies offer interns the opportunity to get an early start on their careers by offering them a job.
I've got one student right now, she's just recently been promoted to Director of Account Services on the Pepsi brand. I have another student who started off again as an assistant coordinator who's now an account manager working on such accounts as Disney and Starbucks.
Amanda Mayberry, a Cal State Long Beach alumni, occasionally visits the university to recruit interns for the ConocoPhillips refinery, where she once interned as a college student.
We got some real superstars that come from Cal State Long Beach, and it's a good opportunity for the students also to give us, ConocoPhillips, a test drive of if they like our company.
Students interested in internships can visit the Career Development Center. Here they can meet with advisors, find out who's hiring for interns, and do research on companies. The Career Development Center also has a variety of workshops on resume writing, job search skills, and interview skills. This is Joanna Peralta reporting for Campus Connection.
When we come back, we'll take you on a tour of one of the largest aquariums in the United States. Stay tuned.
My daughter.
My son.
My daughter, Katie.
Joined the National Guard.
I think she made the right decision. The change is a complete 180 degrees.
She's a more confident woman. More focused.
More self-reliant.
Kept his room clean. I think that there are some real great opportunities to learn a skill, to get a college education.
The Guard runs from A to Z as far as jobs go. My daughter has given a honorable service to the country.
We supported her 100%. I'm very proud of him.
Find out more about the Guard by visiting 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
There is a reason why the Aquarium of the Pacific has been ranked as the #2 family attraction in Southern California. With over 500 marine species to look at, you can never get bored. Here's Andy Reyes with the inside look.
Located beside the pike at Rainbow Harbor, the Long Beach community will find the Aquarium of the Pacific. Opened to the public in 1998, the aquarium is one of the largest in the United States. Thousands of guests visit each year to gaze upon the more than 500 marine species native to the Pacific Ocean that are housed here at the aquarium, including the only bull shark in captivity on the West Coast.
I think there's such a variety of things to do. There's movies, there's interactive events with the animals, there's things where you can watch people actually feeding the animals, you can look at the fish tanks from all around the world. There's always variety, you can always look at something different.
For upkeep, the aquarium has a large husbandry department that is responsible for the 12,500 animals showcased throughout all of the exhibits. The community also has an opportunity to help feed and care for the animals.
You can sponsor an exhibit, you can, and that's another way. Since we are a nonprofit organization, a 501c3, we look for ways to enable people to become benefactors, to sponsor.
The aquarium has been ranked as the #2 family attraction in all of Southern California. One of the most popular habitats is located in the Explorer's Cove. At the Shark Lagoon and Ray Touch Pool, visitors get the opportunity to come face to face with and even touch many of the ocean's ultimate predators.
My favorite part of the aquarium is the jellyfish tanks, just being able to get up close and personal with them and seeing how they move and the explanations of how they live and adapt to the ocean and the water is really exciting.
We love the aquarium, don't you? You love the aquarium? It's fun stuff, huh?
Besides all the underwater exhibits, the aquarium is also home to many animals found only on islands in the Pacific. Visitors can explore the many birds housed in the lorikeet forest, or they can look at the different venomous land animals. Whatever you're choosing, there is only one underlying statement that employees at the aquarium wish every visitor could take with them.
I think the overriding thing that I hope, that we all hope they come away with, is that sense of stewardship, a sense of what can I do to make sure that this very precious ecosystem is maintained, that it's protected, that it's preserved.
The Aquarium of the Pacific gives visitors a chance to discover marine life, as well as to further expand their knowledge of the ocean and its surrounding issues. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Andy Reyes.
Thanks, Andy, for that close-up of the aquarium. I can't wait to check it out. When we return, we'll show you why it's important for everyone to vote, including you.
Johnny could not believe his ears when he heard that today's lesson was on saving for retirement. Why do I need to know that, thought Johnny. I'm so young. The teacher explained that it was important to start a savings plan early to make sure he had enough for his future goals. She was right. He had goals and he needed a plan. She told Johnny saving is something you should always remember to do. Then she reminded him of something else he had to do. Be like Johnny. Learn more about saving for your future and choose to save.
Students may not realize how important it is to vote. Whether you are voting on an elected official or voting on many propositions, each person's vote does matter. Here's Scott Schoen with more.
What many college students may not know is that they are a very important part of the future. While most students are old enough to vote, many do not.
You really don't learn about the candidates and stuff because the candidates are just out to get certain people.
Whether or not people believe in their candidates, what they may not realize is their vote affects who wins or loses. Elected Councilwoman Jerry Shipsky tells us about her experience.
Well, because in 2000 I lost by less than 1%. It was the 5th closest race in the United States, and it was decided by just the difference of 1,600 votes, which turned out to be about 3 votes per precinct. And so it had 3 additional people voted in each of the precincts. I would be in Congress.
In the last presidential election, over 81% of all eligible voters were registered to vote, showing that people are seeing that voting makes a difference.
So it's important to vote because I want to see changes and for my community and stuff.
Voting isn't limited to electing officials. It also includes voting on propositions that have to do with smoking, gasoline, schools, or other things.
Because in California, it's one of the ways that voters get to decide directly legislation.
People who vote make a difference in the city, state, and country. Registering to vote is simple. To register, go online at www.register-vote.com. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Scott Shaw.
Thanks, Scott. Wow, everyone's vote really does count. When we come back, we'll take a tour through the dance department to see what makes the dancers here at the beach so funky fresh.
Some dreams are universal. Dreams that inspire us. Multiple sclerosis is a devastating disease that changes lives forever. The National MS Society does more for people with MS than any organization in the world. This is why we're here. Because nobody dreams of having multiple sclerosis. Call 1-800-FIGHT-MS.
Welcome back to Campus Connection. The Cal State Long Beach Dance Department is growing both in size and prestige. Our very own Shauna Abbott is here to give you the inside scoop.
The Dance Center is located on the north side of campus, next to the Carpenter Performing Arts Center. The dance department moved into its current building 12 years ago. The Dance Center includes the Martha B. Noble Theater, 7 studios, and a student lounge. The department offers both major and non-major courses.
Classes, ballet classes, I can take tap classes, I can work on notation, which is something I'm interested in, and it's small enough that there's only 5 graduate students on here right now, that we have the opportunity to work really closely with the faculty, and I think that's an amazing experience to have mentors.
The department offers classes such as ballet, jazz, tap, modern, African, and Latin dance, as well as lecture classes.
It's unfathomable, like the amount of knowledge I'm having to absorb this semester, but I'm really enjoying it and just trying my best to just retain everything.
The faculty has a wide variety of dance experience to share with their students. Many have professional backgrounds, allowing them to provide the best possible training.
Took ballet starting when I was 11, and by 15 I was auditioned for the Royal Ballet School and was accepted. I was there for 3 years. They wanted me to teach there at the Royal Ballet School in London, England, and they wanted me to go with a team to Iraq.
There are 5 dance concerts a year here at the Martha B. Noble Theater. These concerts are choreographed by both undergraduate and graduate students, full-time faculty, and special guest choreographers. All of these concerts are available to CSULB students, as well as the community. I'm Shauna Abbott for Campus Connection. When we return, we'll explore one of the best-kept secrets that Long Beach has to offer.
Should I be planning better for retirement?
Isn't it about time to renew my driver's license?
If I go back to school, can I get a student loan? Will Medicare cover tattoo removal? Can Social Security cover...
Relax, Tony! Go to firstgov.gov! They've got all the answers!
The answers to all your government questions are always right there.
Can we get some pancakes?
Just log on or email firstgov.gov.
4th Street in Long Beach is not exactly Melrose. However, it is home to many vintage shops, alternative clothing stores, and coffee houses that some people don't know about. Dan Petrino tells us more.
Tucked in between Cherry and Junipero Avenue on 4th Street in Long Beach are some of the city's best-kept secrets. What is it about this stretch of road that makes it so interesting to many, but so unknown to most Long Beach residents?
The best part about 4th Street is that we're not like any other shopping district. 4th Street is kind of known, through the alternative kind of vintage stores. We're not a mall setting. You will not find chain stores here. Most of the stores are independently owned, alternative. Young people shop here.
College students, artists, and trendsetters are just some of the people who call 4th Street their home away from home.
I think we're all, in a way, artists. And just being around other artists, we all just sort of share that energy. Just every store here is so individual.
Along with 4th Street being one of a kind, the street also carries a long history, with many of the shops being more than a decade old.
Portfolio's been open for almost 17 years, so I've been here almost from the beginning. Meow, the clothing store, has been here, I think, a year longer. So we're kind of the beginners of 4th Street.
The vintage stores are ideal for students on a budget and who want one-of-a-kind merchandise.
But just people expect to pay less in Long Beach, period. It's a college town. People are, kind of strapped, but they want to look good. And a lot of the vintage fashions are the same as what's on the runway for the most part. It's all recycled.
Instead of driving to Los Angeles for your vintage shopping needs, come down to 4th Street. You'll be supporting local businesses and finding something that you can't find anywhere else. Individuality. I'm Dan Petrino, signing off for Campus Connection.
That was someplace, right, Shauna?
It sure was, Rod. I'll have to make sure to stop by and check it out sometime.
Same here.
Now, Rod, how is it that Cal State Long Beach seems to have a team for every sport except football?
I'm not too sure. Rumors have been floating around for years about why we lack such a popular college sport, especially here at the largest CSU campus. Our next story is sure to clear things up.
Well, I can't wait to hear more. Here's Ryan Thomas with the story.
Volleyball, 4 NCAA titles, 14 Final Fours. Water polo, 6 conference titles. Baseball, 10 conference titles, 4 College World Series. Basketball, 32 conference titles. Long Beach State football, undefeated since 1991. That's probably because they haven't played a game since 1991.
So why was Long Beach State football taken away?
No, I have no idea why the football team was taken away. I'd love to know why.
Well, we're going to tell you, Bubba. It all started in the late 80s when Coach George Allen from the Washington Redskins was hired by the university to come and save the football program. Unfortunately, George Allen died only 5 weeks after coaching his final game at Long Beach. So, how did George Allen die? Well, we went to someone who was around when it happened to find out.
Well, the campus rumor is that after he had his first victory with the team, they were so excited that they grabbed, the bucket of ice and water and dumped it on his head, like, it was kind of a tradition in college football or professional sports. And when they did that, he ended up coming down with pneumonia, and he passed away as a result of that.
So, what if George Allen had stayed around?
People say that perhaps if George Allen hadn't passed away, that football would still be here.
Is George Allen the only reason that the program was ended?
The reason that we don't have a football team sort of goes back to the budget crisis of the early 1990s. But there's a sort of larger reason than that. And historically, when the NCAA determined that colleges had to have equal participation in sports for men and women, it became increasingly more difficult for colleges to be able to field football teams and provide an equal number of sport opportunities for women.
So, should Long Beach State bring back the football program?
I love football. I love watching college pro football. I mean, if we had a football team here, I guarantee it would be a lot better here on campus.
So, will Long Beach State ever bring back the football program?
Probably not, and certainly not in my lifetime. If you want to play at the highest level, 1A football, the NCAA, you have to pay for 85 scholarships. All right, now you can round that off to $10,000 a scholarship, and you're talking $850,000.
If the football team could come back, would be a huge undertaking. Like I said before, it's tough with all the money, with all the equipment, and so many guys, so many scholarships. It would create, I'm pretty sure, a huge Title IX imbalance here because we're pretty close to equal, and that would be something like an 88 scholarship jump. So it would be tough, plus there's the issue of where would we play. Also tough, but is it doable in the long run? Yeah, I think pretty much anything is.
So is football in the future for Long Beach? Probably not, but at least we can dream. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Ryan Thomas.
Well, thank you, Ryan, for dispelling all of those myths about why we lack a football team, and for finally setting the record straight.
That wraps up our show. We hope you've enjoyed tuning in to the latest edition of Campus Connection. I'm Rod Spear.
And I'm Shauna Abbott. Thanks for watching.